Hey, this will probably be a quick video. I wanted to talk about a passage from the book Queen's Peril, mainly because of how it frames the relationship Anakin has with his mechanical skills. The book Queen's Peril takes place alongside the events of the movie The Phantom Menace, and it follows Padme during her first several months as Queen of Naboo. At one point in the book, when Padme and the rest of that crew are on Tatooine staying at Shmi and Anakin's home in Mos Espa, Padme wakes up and hears some sounds coming from the other room. Now at this point, it's the night before the Bunta Eve pod race. So Padme wakes up, goes to investigate the sound, and discovers that it is Shmi Skywalker, Anakin's mother, repairing some sort of screen. This screen that she's repairing is likely the one that she watches the pod race on the next day. In the scene, Padme and Shmi talk for a bit, and Padme watches as Shmi repairs the screen. The passage reads, Padme watched as Shmi's clever fingers reassembled the screen, each piece falling into place so easily that Shmi might have been doing magic. It was soothing in the way that watching an artist was, and Padme realized that this was merely art of a different kind. Eventually, she felt calm enough to try sleeping again and bid Shmi goodnight. I thought this was interesting because it shows us that Shmi may be just as gifted at building and repairing things as Anakin is. What's more is that this may actually be something that Anakin knows and actually takes comfort in. Anakin mentions in Attack of the Clones that he's very good at fixing things, and always has been, and then he breaks down because he was unable to save his mother. We've seen in other content that when Anakin is fixing things and tinkering away with mechanic work, that he is generally calmer or at peace. It's something that he's able to focus on and really devote himself to. I wonder if this ability to fix things, this ability to do mechanic work, is part of his connection to his mother. I imagine that as mother and son living together on Tatooine, they would bond over something like that, and whenever Anakin works on something, he is potentially thinking of his mother. I don't know if that's the case, this is really just a random thought that I had while reading Queen's Peril, but I think it's an interesting concept. I think something that possibly proves this concept is a passage from the book Lords of the Sith. In this book, Vader and Sidious are stranded on Ryloth while the Twi'lek resistance, led by Cham Syndulla, hunts them down. Vader and Sidious eventually come across a Twi'lek village filled with people that don't know who they are. They're a rather isolated group of people. One of the leaders of this village tells them that their communications are down because of some faulty equipment. So, Emperor Palpatine asks that they retrieve that broken communications unit for them, and then asks that Vader repair it. This passage reads, Before Drua sat, the Emperor said to her, Drua, perhaps you could bring us the broken communications unit you spoke of. He has that skill in this regard. Vader looked questioningly at his master. Indulge me, the Emperor said to him. Drua returned quickly, bringing Vader a small, decades-old communicator and a box of hand tools, the kind of equipment Vader used as a boy when he'd made things of metal rather than being encased in it. He quickly disassembled the communicator and set to work fixing it. He saw the problem right away. He'd have it operational quickly. His master leaned over and said, I see you've retained the skills of your youth. But nothing else from that time, Vader said. We will see, the Emperor replied. In this passage from Lords of the Sith, the Emperor purposefully requests that Vader fix this broken communicator, something that he knows Vader is good at and has always been good at. On the surface level, it seems like a simple test from the Emperor to see if Vader has any element of Anakin left inside him, or to test him in some other way like that. But with the passage from Queen's Peril in mind, we know that his mother was also good at fixing things, and that this test might be something more. The line that really sticks out is when Vader says that he remembers nothing else from that time, when Palpatine notices he still knows how to repair stuff, which I think is Vader's way of saying, I've retained the skills, but not the sentiment, or something along those lines. He's saying that, I think, he is no longer reminded of his mother. I don't know for certain, obviously this was all just a theory, but I thought that it was all very interesting. Let me know if I'm way off base, or if you agree. In the meantime though, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever or whenever you are watching this. I'll hopefully see you in the next video.